Hello, hello. Welcome back to Low Key High Key. This is Michelle.
And this is Daphne. How are you, Michelle?
I'm good. I'm excited for this episode.
It's our last one of season one, Michelle. Dun, dun,
I
dun, dun.
know.
So fast. It's been great. Season one was fun, no?
Season 1 was fun. I think we learned a lot along our
Mm-hmm.
journey,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been a fun process.
Thank you for all our friends who are tuning in and laugh with us and explore and navigate life together, which is the whole point of this podcast, right?
So for our high key curious this week, I was thinking but it's because I was just drinking some soybean milk. Daphne, do you drink soybean milk?
I don't, but I know that you drink it for its benefits. Am I right?
I just like it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Do you
Oh, that's
not
it.
like it?
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it. I
It's
like
it's
it. But
really good.
I like my rice milk, and I like my
Wait,
oat
what?
milk.
What's rice milk?
Is it rice?
Oh,
Wait,
nut
what?
milk. Do you mean nut?
Yes.
Like oatmeal is nut milk, like nut milk,
There you
like
go.
almond milk and all that.
Yeah. I
Ah, okay,
like.
okay. Yeah, I like it too.
Yeah.
I
See?
like it too, but I like my soybean milk.
Fair enough. It's
Yeah,
good. It's good
it's
stuff.
good.
I
It's good
I
stuff.
I
Yeah.
also had my Heike curious and I forgot.
Oh no. Okay.
Like I remember I was walking towards the MTR. I'm like, wow, that's such a great one. But I'm not gonna tell her because she's gonna think about it and she will be so prepared. So I'm just gonna talk to her like that. And now I'm
You're
like,
gonna caught
oh,
me
I don't
off
even
guard.
remember. Yeah, now I'm like, oh, I don't remember.
But not gonna lie, I have so many of those moments as well.
Yeah. I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna get her
Yeah, yeah,
so
yeah.
that she gives her our most like
Honest,
authentic
genuine. Yeah,
answer.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so she
Yeah.
doesn't think too much. And then, and I'm
Exactly.
like, ugh, and I'm
And
like,
then
ugh.
yeah. Yeah.
And I had
I
such a good
get you.
one. I'm so pissed. I generally had a great one. I was like,
Yeah?
wow,
Like
yeah.
a life-changing one.
I think it was about fitness.
Oh. Okay. Do you want to
It
sit on
was
it
about
then?
fitness. Yeah, I'll try to think. Let me think. I
Okay.
remember it was something about fitness. I remember it was something about the gym, or I
Oh.
think nutrition. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, because it was such a good one. I swear. I'm like, wow, great, amazing, stunning. He's giving. Uh,
Okay, we shall wait and see
we
whether
shall wait. You know what? I'm gonna self send audios to myself. That's what I'm gonna start doing.
audios. But then,
Yeah, to
okay, wait,
myself.
wait. But audios, don't you think it's gonna be like difficult to differentiate like what's what?
Yeah.
So you'll there'll be like a lot of maybe 10 audios per day, but you don't know
Yeah,
which.
sometimes I'm like, fuck, which one was it? What was this about?
Yeah. Then
Yeah,
why don't
because
you just
sometimes
write it?
because
Wait, wait,
it
wait.
lose the passion.
Oh, wait. So do you actually like send voice recordings to yourself?
Yeah, I even thought about how we were gonna start this resolution video. I was like, I can
Oh,
tell you the intro.
okay, yeah.
I was like, Michelle, lately I've called myself just, really like sad and like tired. And this is something that I wanted to change. So maybe the topic that we can talk about is resolutions.
Oh, so you sent this voice recording to yourself saying that.
I thought to write it, but I'm like, I will forget the passion of it, so I will send a audio. But I was like, no, because I won't remember. So then I will just save it on my hard drive in my head.
Do you actually like send voice recordings to yourself then
Yeah,
on your WhatsApp?
yeah.
Like
I
voice
have a
recording.
full long conversation with myself
Yeah?
on
Oh my
WhatsApp.
god.
Oh yeah,
What?
yeah,
Oh
yeah, yeah, yeah,
wow.
yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that's so
yeah.
fascinating to me.
Like, don't you?
I text myself stuff like, but then it's more like I have to buy like blah 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 from the supermarket.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are we talking about today, Michelle?
For today, our last episode of season 1, we will be talking about resolutions.
You usually make a resolution list by the end of the year, or like do you reflect about the year for your goals next year?
I think For me, resolutions, I do it at the beginning of the year,
Okay.
setting setting new goals, new targets, thinking about what I plan to achieve this year. I think end of year is a full of like reflection, like looking back what, I've achieved this year, like what I've done and all that. Yeah, I think resolutions, I normally do it the start of the next year. What about you?
To me, I think it's a very similar process, but I also start in December. I guess it's because in December is also my birthday. So I
Oh,
guess like I also be like, oh, okay, okay, so time for
mhm.
new goals, time for like reset button, you know?
Oh, okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's the beginning of December. So I guess like that's why since early December I already like, yeah. But also I think like I don't know if this is the same in your culture, because I know that maybe Christmas is not a biggie, but
Mhm.
in Mexico it's like a big deal. It's like Chinese New Year, like Christmas
Wow.
and New Year's. Like it's something that you do with your family.
Okay, okay.
So it's very family oriented event basically.
Mhm.
And then we have this thing with the grapes, but that's not Christmas. That's actually New Year's, where we eat the grapes and then per
Is it the
grape.
12 grapes?
Uh-huh, uh-huh. So, but my family is like legit, like they come with their
Uh-huh.
list of 12 wishes, and then they start like one and
Uh-huh.
two, and then Happy New Year, and then and then there's rituals, and everyone hugs, and like it's crazy. And then we go out with our luggages because it basically represents and resembles like the further you go with your luggage, the further you will travel that year.
Wow, wait, so where do you carry your luggage? Like, tell me.
Just in the street, like we take like,
Oh,
yeah, like they are there ready to be taken out, and then you
uh-huh.
run.
But
Come
like,
back.
almost everybody does it? So there's gonna be
Yeah,
like yeah? So you see, like,
yeah.
all your neighbors on the street, like, running with your luggage.
Well, yeah,
So
some, yeah,
it's still a thing right now?
yeah, 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 yeah.
Wow. Then okay, wait, is it because, like, you guys, live in houses, that's why? Or, like, even when people live in, like, high-rise buildings, they come down to the 1st floor and then
I've actually never questioned this. I don't know why we do it.
no, 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 why? I think I love, like, the meaning behind it, but it's just, like, do you think this culture or this tradition fades away when you move into different type of complexes? Because I think back in the day when everybody lived in like houses, like you're
um,
more close knit, you go next door and all that because it's so easy to get outside, right? But then
to
when
be
you live in
honest,
apartments,
if I were to be living in a flat in
yeah,
Mexico,
yeah.
I will fake it till I make it. I will take it, take the elevator, and come back.
Oh yeah, you will take your luggage to elevator level 1 and then run out and then
Come,
come back.
yeah, just because some people might be waiting for their luggage for their next turn. You know what I mean? So
Oh, okay, okay. So you will still keep on with this tradition.
yeah, I think so. It's it's, I don't know. I guess like, yeah, it's just a ritual that we do. That it's
I
kind of
love
cute.
it. It's so cute and it's so since you haven't been back in Mexico for the past 3 years, did you do it in Hong Kong?
Actually, never, but just because I'm
What?
shy.
Oh,
Yeah.
so wait, so do you do it on the dot, like 0000 or
No, I think like the whole rituals happen between like 12 and 12:40 because there's so many. Like, we have the ritual of the luggages, we have the ritual of the grapes, we have the ritual of like
wait,
the
wait, wait,
cleansing.
wait, what do you mean 12 to 12? You mean 11:40 to 12?
Yeah, but midnight we're like counting until 12 with the
Yeah.
grapes, and then we
Uh-huh.
all hug each other to wish each other great beginning of the year and how
Oh,
much we
sorry,
love
sorry.
each other. Yeah, go for
You
it.
eat the grapes, like 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, and then you hug each other.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is something like I will hug Michelle and be like, "Hi, Michelle. I hope you had a beautiful year, and I hope the best forever. I love you. I hope that next year, like, we can text each other more. Things like this.
Oh, that's so cute, like little wishes.
Yeah, 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 yeah. And I love you like this, and then next person, and then everybody hugs each other. Yeah,
Oh, that's so cute. I love it. It's so fun.
yeah. It's
And
so
then
fun.
after this, you do the luggage.
Uh huh. But there are other things like we do like a cleansing. spiritual cleansing where like we with some sort of like food, like rice. It's not rice, but rice.
Mhm.
So we throw it in
The
the
air?
air. Yeah.
Wow, okay. So many, like, little
So many
rituals,
rituals.
so many things happening.
And then sage,
Oh, same.
sage. Yeah, we
Mhm.
also do that.
I'm a bit mind blown, like, I've never seen you do any of this in Hong Kong, you know?
I will add all of this. We can make a little post about these rituals, about
Yeah, it's
the
so
things
cute.
that we do in Mexico.
Yeah, it's like a Mexico tradition, like
To be honest, I think so because I've never heard anybody else doing it, but my family, many families does this.
so
Yeah.
hold on. Is this a Huerta family tradition or is it a Mexico tradition?
I think it's a Mexican tradition.
Okay, I'm just a bit
I'm gonna actually research. I think it's a Mexican. No, I swear it's not just me, Korean. I swear it's like I
yeah?
swear.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
like
not just a Huerta family tradition.
yes, yes, yes. And like on Christmas, I think we all have this, like Secret Santa, right?
Oh, yeah, 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 that one, yeah,
Yeah, that one's fun.
that
Yeah,
one's fun.
I think that's it. But yeah,
Okay.
it's a time of reflection, for sure.
You mean for you, right? Or you mean for
Yeah,
everyone in
for
Mexico?
everyone, everyone.
You mean in December?
I think I don't know. Do you like? Do you are you a person that like write your goals and stuff like that in January?
Yes, I for sure. Like, I write my goals in January. I mean, I think I start thinking about it at the end of year, but I think end of year for me is more about what I have done the past year and like what, I have achieved and things like that. Like I reflect. I think for me December is more on reflection.
Okay. Do you want to talk about this year, what you've done, and what's 2026 like for you?
Oh, okay. That's a big one. I think for me 2026 right now is a year of new beginnings, and also I think it's a year where I will I think I will feel more connected to myself than ever in a sense. I feel good things are going to come in 2026. I mean, 2025 has been a good year as well. I will a pretty, a year with ups and downs, but in general, I think 2025 also has been a year where I think life lessons have happened and you realize the priorities in life, what they are more clear, and what I want to spend my time on and things I want to put more focus on. Having that clarity in life helps me to keep focused on who I want to become
Yeah,
and what I want to be,
fair
right?
enough.
And I think 2025 is also a year where I started to focus more on myself and to like black out noises and to just really look deep inside and figure out what I want in life and what I want to achieve and what that beholds in a sense.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think, every step counts, slowly working towards something. Not really sure what at this particular moment, but I think, you know, just taking it day by day. And what about you?
I wanted to ask if you could share what was one of the biggest lessons, life lessons in 2025 for you.
I think one of the biggest life lessons for me in 2025 is to live in the moment, be present, because you really don't know what might happen next. And
Mm.
what made me come to this conclusion was essentially my senior dog. He's when like it's crazy how fast they age and you don't see it coming. Like anything can happen. I mean, he is still pretty stable, pretty healthy. But when he was 15, he was able to run, jump, do whatever. When he was 16, he was able to hop on the sofa, hop off, freely. But somehow, when he was about to turn 16, or like, in the middle of 16, he had seizures just randomly out of the blue. Like there's no precautions, like there's no warning signs because he does checkups every 6 months. Like I'm pretty, persistent on that because that's the only way we can know his health conditions. So he does two blood tests a year and then two heart cardios a year, and it was all fine. But then one day out of the blue, he started having epilepsy and like whole body seizures, and it happened for like a continuous 5 minutes. Went to the doctor. They said because of his age, he's 16, we don't recommend any further sort of investigations or diagnosis because the only thing that they could do at the time is we could go get an MRI. But an MRI requires anesthesia. But a month ago, he just undergo another surgery that required anesthesia, so he was under for like 4 to 5 hours. And so if we do it now, it will take a toll on his health, and who
Mm.
knows what might happen. And so they said, let's just, hold on, take a look and see what's next for him. So he's on like pheno. It's a medicine that helps to stable the nerve signals in his brain, so it avoids him from having seizures. But in the past year, like just this year, he had three relapses of these seizures. And so he just taught me you really never know what's going to happen next. And aging is inevitable. People like well, like not things or not people, just life happens. Like
Yeah.
nobody lives forever. And I think this year just been trying to like prep myself in a sense where I know he's not going to be here forever, but all I can do is to be able to spend more time with him as much as I can while he's
Yeah.
still here, because he spent his entire life for me, waiting for me, like just being there for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been with me since I was in primary school.
It's crazy though.
It's crazy. So he's been with me like for like more than half my life and seen me through all my stages: primary school, middle school, high school, university. When I got my first
Yeah.
job, when I started
Yeah.
driving, he was my passenger princess. Like he
Your
made me know.
person.
Yeah, he was the person. He was the man. Like he was the dog,
Yeah.
being there for me. And yeah, it's just that unconditional love that he provides. And so I want to be here for when he needs me the most.
I
Think,
think it's a
yeah.
big lesson what you just mentioned. Like I understand it's true. Like we all, the natural process of all of us is this, but on the meantime, all we got is the present. Past is past, future will be future. That's
Mhm.
okay. But this is what we got, and that's it. That's a fact. But apart from that, I just think that it must be really tough on you because like you're his caretaker, like you're the
Yeah.
one who's looking after your dog, and I can only imagine how scary it must have been for you to have to see his seizures.
Mhm.
And must be scary because when you're in moments of like stress and panic, it's really hard, I guess, to be able to react instantly. And you, from what you're telling me, like it's not being, I mean, I believe that the first time was having really scary. And later
Mhm.
on, probably you, because you knew what was happening, but I cannot only imagine like what was like to see it for the first time. So
Yeah,
that must have been hard for you.
for
Yeah.
sure. When it happened for the first time, I it happened at my family home, so my mom was home. So
Okay.
I, like, for some reason was more calm than my mom. 'Cause I was definitely panicking. I was like screaming and shouting. His eyes were, looked over, and then his whole body was like, twitching relentlessly, and he was also vomiting like white, vomit or
Like,
foam. And yeah, and I honestly thought this was it. Like,
this is it.
and my mom came out. She was screaming off the top of her lungs. I don't know. I'm like, Mom, okay, hold on. Please go get the phone, call the vet. And then, oh my God, who knew that day our vet that we regularly go to was off. Like they were
That's
not open.
crazy.
So I was like, okay, hold on, Mom. Let me Google search another vet that's close by. Found it. Mom called them, told them the situation. He has been, you know, radically like twitching for the past 4 minutes, and nothing thing seems to like calm him down. And then they were like, bring him here immediately. And when I held him, his whole body was hard, like stiff. And it's something I've never felt. And deep
Must
down,
have
I was
been
scared, but
scary.
I knew I couldn't be scared. Like I knew I couldn't be scared. I
You
had
had
to
to
be.
be tough for
Yeah,
him.
I had to be tough. Like I picked him up. He was so stiff. He was hard as a rock. And I mean, obviously, because his whole body was like, his muscles were twitching for so hard, it couldn't relax. And picked him up, put him in the towel, brought him to the vet, and then the vet gave him like a shot that will help release like all the tension. Because what's so scary with epilepsy is you don't know what it does. Like it takes a toll on their body, an immense toll, because it's having all their body muscles like work. And imagine that working and running at full speed for 4 minutes. Like sometimes what's so scary is that their organs start to fail because of the heat, the energy created. So all we could do at that point was to give him the shot to relieve or like instantly calm down his nerve cells, and then put him on the epilepsy medication. And thank God after that he didn't have, any seizures for a month, no, for 3 months, until it happened again. But after the first epilepsy, it was a hard recovery. He wasn't able to walk, you know. He was his all his four like limbs were so soft because of all the energy he used just now. So he wants to walk, so he'll like try and stand up, but then he'll fall like face down. So that's also really
Um,
scary because we don't want him to like bite his tongue.
of course.
He doesn't know what happened too, so he was also very confused. So during that time it was pretty difficult on both of us, because sometimes he'll wake up in the middle of night like 2 or 3 or 4, and then it's just like start crying, like, and then
Out
I
of
don't know,
pain.
out of pain, like, and then I don't know how to help him. Like I just pat him, like hold him, be like, it's okay, it's okay. And then he'll sleep again, but then like, a couple hours later he'll be like, so I'm just like, it's so hard to see them in pain, because there's nothing we could really do at that
Of
moment, only
course.
to give him the proper care. And so yeah, I think that's that's really hard to watch,
Yeah, for
but
sure. It's like your
yeah,
baby. Of course, you don't want
exactly.
to see him
See it
suffer.
happening. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, so bringing back to this year, it was definitely a huge role change for me, because I moved back to Taiwan from UK, and this is like, I would say, the first time I've shift in roles, in a sense, because I used to be his sister. When I was in primary school, I was his sister. And now that, I'm his main take. Now he lives with me. Like he doesn't live with my parents anymore. I've he lives with me full time, in a sense. And so now I'm sort of his mom as well as his sister. Like it's a different role change for me that I've I've tried to adapt to, and just been learning, like navigating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's like crazy because I remember that when you told me about the first time the epilepsy happened, you're just so good at like not reacting. pro reacting. How do you say this? To like the way that you handle situations is crazy. Like, you showed me the video of Xiaolong reacting
Yeah.
to the epilepsy, and I know that you did this so that you can show the vet exactly what
Yeah.
was going on,
Yeah.
which is crazy because like when things like this happen, you're not thinking about these things, but like your
Mhm.
brain, even though you're scared and you had to toughen up for Xiaolong, it's just like you knew exactly what to do. So I feel like if anything, just I know everything like has been going through, it's obviously rough, and but at the end of the day, I think like Xiaolong is very lucky to have you, and you're a very great caregiver for him. Like I think you're doing a great job, and he's just so lucky to have you. And
Thank you.
yeah,
Genuinely, I'm the luckiest human being on earth to have him. Like, he is
I
the
hear you.
best dog. Like, no joke. I know everybody's dog is the best dog, but he, like, he's insane. Like, he is so clever. He's been such a good boy since he was young. Like, you know how people say you'll have a soul dog? And I'm
Yeah,
so fortunate and happy to have mine at such a young age. And he
yeah.
literally grew up with me, and like he shaped me to he shaped me the way I am today. Like,
Isn't it
he
crazy what dogs can do for us?
so crazy, so
It's like
crazy.
they teach you like life lessons that you're like, how is it possible that this in this tiny ball of hair, there's so much like wisdom and knowledge and life, you know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's beyond. And I just love the way he was there for my grandparents as well. And it's crazy. Like, he's been with them thick and thin. Like, he's been with everyone.
Uh,
It's crazy.
yeah, I
And
mean, at the end of the day, it stops being like a pet, right? It's almost like a family member.
for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
I feel the same with Chloe, by the way. It's like I feel just so lucky. I'm like, wow, like I will do it again and again and again to be able to find like
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, is it me that is looking after you or you looking after me, you know?
Dude, I think it's both
Oh,
ways. It's crazy.
it's
Oh,
crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Dogs have these. Guys, if you don't have a dog, get a dog. Adopt one. Because honestly, like, it's just like, it's a life
it
game
uh,
changer.
it is.
Yeah.
But then I would say, like, it's 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 a lot of work. I wouldn't
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
No, only if you're ready. It's like kids, though. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're right. You're right.
It's
Yeah,
like
you're right.
kids. Like, I I would say, like, you have to give it a lot of thought, cuz I think when when they're puppies, like, they're the cutest, like, thing ever, but then, you know, they will grow old, and that's a whole new dimension that requires thinking, like, whole living being, and it requires a lot of time, and to be realistic, it requires a lot of money at the end.
Mm,
And
yeah.
I think it's something that it's an amazing experience for sure, but it also takes out a lot.
Well, you're doing great, Michelle. Just know that.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Yeah. But yeah, so what are your,
I brought
thoughts?
tea. I brought tea.
You brought tea? What tea?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Resolutions.
Oh, yeah? Tell
Yeah.
me. Spill the tea.
Yeah. So so okay, I started thinking about it already strongly in terms
Oh,
of like yeah, yeah, yeah. Like I've been thinking about this year, actually not just this year, but like previous years and like what I want 2026 to look like. I know I have no control over it, but there are things that obviously are under my control. And one of them is that I've noticed that when I came to Asia, I was a very joyful and happy human being, genuinely. Like I was genuinely a happy, clappy, no reason joyful person. And
yeah.
I remember that, yeah, but like, I mean, I still had my moments, of course, but now I catch myself being angry and grumpy, which is something that is crazy because when I like when I started living in Asia, I
Yeah,
was like, why are people so grumpy? And like, it's crazy because I'm becoming one of them, which is like crazy to me because,
that
and I
is.
see it and I know why, and I know why. Like, I get it and I get it. But this is something I want to change and it's under my control. Like, I get pissed and angry over the smallest things because the city itself, it's built to not stop. It just doesn't stop. It never ends.
Mhm.
So that was one of the reasons why I moved to nature, and it helps. But still, I catch myself being grumpy. So one of my resolutions is that I need to work on my mindset. I need to work on the way I navigate through my thoughts because it really does have an impact on my day to day basis. I don't want to live for the weekends. I don't want to live for the event. I want to be able to find joy in the little things in a day so that every day does, as you say, it's very connected to what you said in some ways. Like, I want to be able to enjoy, not to live it, but to enjoy the present. Like, I want to be able to find beauty in every day, in the routine. And I feel like I lost it, and it's okay. Like, now I know, I'm aware. And actually, I was, before we jump into recording the podcast, we were talking about, like, I was editing the previous podcast, which is crazy because I was just so sad and I was listening to us. I'm like, holy moly, like, wow, I just didn't know how much I needed to hear this. And we were talking about, like, sometimes when you're sad, you just have to not enjoy, but to, like, just be
Embrace
aware
it.
that these are, embrace it. They are feelings, they are there. Okay, we let them, be, we let them be present. And just when we feel a moment of power, then we romanticize the little things, like the warm shower, the going to sleep early, and that's okay. And that's one of my purposes. Like, I want to be able to find that little fire that I guess in some ways has, it's gone. I want to get it back, and I will work on it. And I feel like one of the biggest lessons I've had this year is that you cannot complain about something if you're not gonna change it.
Mhm.
Like,
That's
if it's
true.
shitty, it's because you kind of decided it. If you're complaining over, your health, if you're complaining and you're not gonna do anything about it, then, so, like, battles are hard in life, but then you just choose which kind of battle you want to have. And I want to have that said. I want that to be my priority. And yeah, I want to be able, I mean, we've talked about this in actually season 1, where one of the biggest lessons for me in Asia was that, like, we are our own ship. And sometimes it's good to, sometimes I forget. I mean, I don't always remember this, and sometimes I forget. And now I'm back to recognizing it, and I want to be able to just get back to my own ship and find my own happiness and find my own joy, and just continue exploring myself. Like, I know 2026 will be a year where I'll be living on my own, which is something that I've always wanted it. So,
Woo!
just kind of, yeah. And I'm like ready to explore, and I want to experiment and, like, rediscover myself in so many ways. Like, there's just, like, there's the opportunities, like, are just there, and I just have to be able to recognize that it's here, and embrace it, and if feelings come by, they come by. And I'm just so lucky to say that I'm surrounded by great friends, great companionship, great guidance. My family is also there. It's all good. I just have to reconnect and realign and just set priorities straight. So yeah, those are my resolutions.
I love
Oh, that was
that.
big, no?
That was
I just, like,
big.
spilled the tea. I spilled the tea. I like,
You gave it. And everything you said, I think you will achieve. Like everything you said, I see it coming together. Like I think life is about appreciating the little moments. And I
mhm.
think what you just mentioned reminded me of something I read before was something is only hard because you think it is hard, right? Like
Deep.
it's all about the mindset. If you think it is difficult, then it will be difficult, regardless of how easy it could be. So I think our mind plays such an important part in our everyday. If if you think today is going to be a bad day, then it's going to be a bad day. But
Mm,
if you think it's going to be a good day, it's going to be a good day, and a day's a day,
mhm.
regardless of whether it's good or bad. Oh my god, on that though, I did give myself a resolution for next year, which is like pretty like, solid and practical, is I want to start writing a diary every single day. So I've like so this was inspired by my grandpa. So he passed away last year, and till the like he was 96 when he passed, and every single day he wrote a journal, even till he was 96. Every single day. He doesn't miss a day. And since young, like since I was in like high school, he told me like, "Michelle, you have to keep a diary so you have something to look back on." And I like each year I do it, but then it never lasts. Like I do it for few months and then it stops, or like I do a couple days and then it stops. I've never done it continuously. But I'm like, you see, this then like gets me thinking, why are some people successful? Is
Mm,
because they are very strict on themselves. They set goals and they do it
yeah.
relentlessly, right? Like I think that's what's the key to success. Grit, continuous like persistence, and like passion, right? Like people who have self-control can get to places because they are their own bosses. Like they are in charge of themselves, and they keep an eye out on themselves. And my grandpa has always been an inspiration to me. Like it's insane how far he came, in life. And like I've started it now, like the diarying thing, I because I also heard somebody say something once, was like, why do people have to wait till a new year to start things? Like why
Yeah.
is that the date? Like why can't you just start today? And so I've been trying to do that lately, and it's an on and off situation. I'm still trying to find a routine in when I can sit down with my own thoughts and start writing a diary. But trying to get there. But I'm trying to put it as a resolution for next year, because I bought like a really, I think a really good book to write my thoughts on. I think that's also very important for me. Um, but yeah, so I want to start writing a diary for every day in inspiration. Uh
So
huh.
many questions and so many comments.
Uh huh.
So, are you allowed to read your grandpa journals?
I am now, but okay. So I did. So before he passed, I do like take a look at his journals, and first of all, I cannot understand what he writes. So that's already a barrier. It's not.
Wait, does he
Yeah.
write in Chinese?
Yeah, he writes in traditional Chinese, but then sometimes he writes in Japanese, because he was all like he grew up in a time where Japan took over Taiwan, so he did get the Japanese education. So he writes in, Japanese, and also Mandarin, and just, yeah, a mix, and he writes really
Just
cursive.
enough
Uh-huh.
so that you don't understand everything. I
No,
love
no, no,
that.
no, no, not that sense. It's his writing is very cursive. Like it's very
Ah,
cursive. And
in Chinese, you can't have that?
exactly.
Is that a thing? I
That's
didn't even know that was a thing.
that's his
What?
thing. Exactly. That's his thing. Like his writings are like drawings. Like it's insane. Like, and it's so tidy as well.
I'm so blown away right now. I didn't
I
even
know.
know that was a thing in
I
Mandarin.
I didn't even know that either.
I'm in full
But
shock right now.
I'm full shock. And yeah, so I can't, to be honest, I can't really understand what he has written, but then I do understand some things, like sentences. And I think something that stuck on to me was he would write about his feelings. And I think
Wow.
I know that's mind blowing to me, for, someone who grew up in, you know, he grew through, in World War II, right? Like
Crazy.
that he could be so honest with himself. Like he would be like, "Oh, I'm feeling sad today," or like, things like that, or oh, I'm really happy today, like my children brought me out to buy shoes, blah blah blah, things like that. Like he just writes the little things, and he's someone that always looks on the bright side of things. He's so optimistic. He always looks in the good in people, and I think that's part of where my personality came from, is looking up to him and growing up with him by my side. And yeah, so his persistency is something I aspire to achieve.
Yeah, and I think like just adding up to everything you said in terms of like people being able to do things, I think like in my point of view is just consistency, just adding up to what you said. I think
Mhm.
people that manage to get some places, I think like sometimes yeah, I agree on the self-control, but
Mhm.
sometimes we fucked up, even like very successful people, but even so they remain consistent, like even though they fucked up, next day they will wake up and go back to it, and the next day again, and the next day again, no matter how they feel or no matter what, because it's a priority to them, right? So
Yeah.
I think like in terms of like your journal journey, it's that like you've been doing it, you just have to continue showing up every day because this is something
Yeah.
that's important to you. So
Mhm.
it's more like it's not like you will start over, you will just continue doing, because you already
Mhm.
started it. Sometimes you just have given it some pauses. You just have to continue working on showing up every day. That's it.
Dude, that was so beautifully said. That's a perspective change for me.
Yeah,
Cuz
for
I
sure. You haven't
yeah,
stopped. You
I
never
was
stopped.
yeah, and I never failed, right? Cuz I
You
still
never
continue to
did.
do it.
Correct. You just
That's
want to
beautiful.
improve your
Yeah.
skill, which is consistency.
Yeah.
And that depends on you. That's it.
Damn. Okay. Love that perspective shift.
Yeah,
That's a
I
good
think
one.
like to me, I think like I want to call this new chapter. Oh, wait, I have something else I want to say is like it's very interesting how your grandpa had this way of like looking back into the past was through his writing, and for me that's what I do with Instagram. It's a bit of a tricky
Oh.
one because social media is like a love and hate relationship that I've got. Like I hate
Mhm.
it, but I love it. I love it because to me it's a way of like just saving memories, like
Mhm.
remembering me what I was thinking, what was happening when, what.
Yeah.
But I still think that social media is not healthy. So, give or take.
I
But
think it's
yeah.
definitely a mixed feeling situation.
hmm So it's very interesting how everyone has its own way. But I do think, though, that I want to call the next chapter becoming my own Pro Max.
Oh, Pro Max. Okay.
I don't want to be just a, I want to become my own Pro Max. Yeah.
You will be Daphne Pro
Pro
Max.
Max.
Pro Max. Daphne next level. You
Yeah,
will.
but in a way of like not hyperness, because when you want to work in consistency, one has to realize that some days it will be very motivating and some others will just be sad. And that's
Yeah, and
okay.
that's okay. And I think that's life, right?
I just want to take it with that. Yeah, that like just being able to again romanticize the little moments. And I think that I don't have the answer yet. Let's see how that goes. But I would like to start from there. That would be a tactical practice I can do to try to get there.
I love
Yeah.
it.
But you got this. We got
We
this.
got this. We got this.
Okay. So, Michelle, I wanted to ask you if you could give your advice on how to start showing up for things that matter to you for 2026. What would be your take on this? What's your like advice, I guess, when it comes to
Mm.
like what will take you from like actually writing it down? I'm just like, oh, holy moly, I did say myself that by March this will happen, and it's like November.
Mhm.
Again, I'm here again.
Mhm. Oh, I think that's a big one. It's like keeping yourself in check and like accountability, right? I think that's the biggest one, like holding yourself accountable for things. But I would say I think the first step though is to recognize those things, right? Like recognize those things that you want to do and then follow through is something else that I also personally trying to be working on. For me, I think what helps with me to follow through is to make a checklist and tick things off. I love the feeling of ticking things off and
I'm the
crossing things.
same.
Right?
I love actually, yeah,
Uh-huh.
in my
Go for it.
phone,
Go for it.
I
Uh-huh.
have an on the note
Uh-huh.
on it's called in alignment instead of to-do list. Because it's not a
Oh.
to-do list. It's like in these are things that I had set myself to do so
Uh-huh.
that I'm aligned with the things that are
Oof.
matter to me. That's why it's called in
Wow.
alignment.
I love that. Do you mind sharing some things from your in alignment?
Of course. Let's
Let's
see.
go.
I have to deliver my Amazon dress back to them.
Oh my god. Oh,
I
okay.
have to reply to my friend's audio.
Okay.
I have to buy meat. I have to log in to Loki Heiki account to change the the QR code
Password?
because I keep
Okay.
forgetting. So that I have
Uh-huh.
it on my phone.
Uh-huh.
Then I have to research who is gonna tattoo my next tattoo.
Oh, yes.
Then
Yeah, the tattoo you're gonna do it with your mom. Oh my god, I'm so
yeah.
excited for that.
Then I need to buy cookies for my dad and my sister.
Oh,
And then I have to delete IG followers. As in, like, I just wanna follow people that adds up and not people and friends.
aligns
And
with your value.
exactly.
Okay, I love that. Okay, so okay. It's kind of different from what I thought it would have been, like
Oh,
what I had
really?
in mind. Yeah, cuz I thought when you meant in alignment it meant like for example your values or like, or like oh, I'll appreciate the little things in life, like things like that. You're like,
Mm.
oh, rainy day is also a good day. I thought it meant more of that, but you
Oh,
literally just
it's
changed
literally a
to-do
to-do
list.
list. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. But it's things
Oh
that I
my
need
god.
to because I feel like what
Mhm.
used to happen before is that I will have a to-do list and then
Yeah.
it will become bigger and bigger and bigger because if it felt more like a homework that I had to
Oh.
complete and it
Uh-huh.
would put me away, like kind of like don't want to do it. I'm like how to say, like I will become lazy to wanted to do it. But I'm like, if this matters
No.
to me, then
Yeah.
it shouldn't feel like a homework. It should feel like something that I want to do. Why? Because
Yeah.
it feel like this baggage of like
Burden.
after work, then I have other homework to do. But
Yeah.
then it shifted when I was like, no, this is it because this is something that matters to me. And this is
Mhm.
something that it's on my list because it's important. So it's not a homework. It feels more like if I do this, then it will get me closer to align with what I want and need. Yeah.
Love
It's still a to-do
that.
list though. It's just a change in
Yeah,
perspective.
it's changed
Yeah.
in words. I love this change though. I think it definitely I will also I'm gonna learn this. I'm gonna use this too. I think this is a good way to
Yeah.
change the mindset of it's not something you just have to like cross out, do and then take off. It's in
Mhm.
alignment. It's something you care about and thus you do it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
beautiful. That's
Do you
great.
understand when I talk about like the burden, right? It's not a burden,
I
but it
get
kind
you.
of feels, yeah.
It
Yeah.
feels like another task. Like, but you see,
Hmm.
that's okay. That's the aspect of me doing a little checklist thing because I love the feeling of crossing it out. I love the feeling of
Oh,
me
me too.
accomplishing one thing. You know,
I know. I know what you
yeah,
mean.
that's the vibe for me. And so
Hmm.
I think that helps me a lot when I want to be consistent with something. Like every day in the morning, I'll have some time and then write down the things I have to get done today. And I think that sets out my day, very very clearly and it helps me to focus on the things that matter.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that's just I think I only have this one tip so far because I think the others are you have to be accountable for yourself. I think you'll do it if it matters to you.
Hmm.
And I know like some things you won't see change every day, but if you do it continuously, one day you will see the change. And
Hmm.
then you will realize you will thank yourself that you continued through this
That you
and
showed up.
that you showed up and that you you did it because that's the moment when you realize consistency pays off. Yeah, and
That's cool.
okay, so Daphne, I have a question for you. I want to ask you, how do you come up with the resolutions?
Good one. I think it's related with the ship and the values. I think like I recognize that everybody has 24 hours a day and there's so much you can do with it. I believe that not everything can be a priority because you really, a priority requires some effort and some, I don't know if call it sacrifice, but you do have to give up some things to do some other things. You
Mhm.
cannot party and be great at work and work out and run XY marathons and be a great friend and be the best girlfriend and be, you can't, like you just can't. So you just have to make priorities. And I think that's where you pick your resolutions is like pick the values that will make you feel more alive, more in control of what you need and want, that keeps that spark and fire consistent and gets you closer to feeling more alive. Write it down. And how does that values reflect into action? And then that's where you could get closer to resolutions and just keep showing up for what matters to you. Yeah, that's what I would say.
That's good. That's some good advice. I really like it. I think okay. Then I think that's that's all for today.
Yeah, we wish you a beautiful end of 2025, whether you decide to spend it with family or friends. We hope that you manage to get some moment of reflection that helps you to become your closer best self for your 2026. And we see you on the next year for season two.
And thank you
Ooh.
guys for tuning in and listening in. We really, 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 really appreciate each and every one of you. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the end of 2025. Wishing you guys a Merry, Merry Christmas and a
And
happy.
a happy new year.
Woo! We got that Daphne.
And don't forget to follow us in at Lowkey High Key Podcast on Instagram
Yes. And we'll be sharing more on there while we are not here. Subscribe.
so that you can get notifications whenever there's a new podcast going live, which is every Monday. So, yeah, thank you for tuning in. And I guess see you on the next one.
Bye.
Slay.
Play.